Hey guys, as you know, I love Hotpot. I consider Hotpot an essential part of life. I mean, for me to live, what do I need? I need water, food, sleep, and I think Hotpot really encompasses all of that. I mean, think about it. With Hotpot, you have a good balance of vegetables and meat. You have an awesome soup base, which is your liquid, and for me, after I eat it, it puts me directly into a food coma, and there's my sleep. So typically, my Hotpot diet is once a week, regardless of whether it's winter or summer. And of course, I'm one of those who believe you can eat Hotpot any time of the year. I never understood people that said, oh, it's too hot to eat hot pot, it's too hot outside. Well, you're not like eating hot pot outside in the heat, but even if I was outside, I'd still eat hot pot. But as much as I love hot pot, I never really liked shabu shabu, which is really weird because shabu shabu is hot pot. It's the Japanese version of hot pot. I always felt that the shabu shabu's broth is not very flavorful. I felt the dipping sauce was lacking. In general, I just didn't think it tasted as good as regular Chinese hot pot. But I'm sitting at a shabu shabu place right now in Los Angeles because I was walking around Little Tokyo last night and I was walking by shabu shabu places and it looked really good. So it got me really curious and I figured maybe it's just that shabu shabu is not good in New York City. Maybe it's really awesome in LA, so I wanted to give this another chance. So I'm sitting here at Mikexingchen Shabu Shabu somewhere in Los Angeles around my hotel, and this place got really good ratings on Yelp, so I'm really excited to give this a try. I ordered what they call a dual set, which meant that I got these two types of beef. One is the belly and the other is a top blade cut. What I noticed right away is that both of the meats are already marinated, which is something you don't usually find in Chinese hot pot. And for the broth, I opted for the fire crab. I don't know what that really means, but it had two words I really liked. It had crab and it had fire, so I figured that meant spicy. So take a look at my broth. Here's my broth. It looks like it has blue crab inside, chili peppers, lemon. So I'm expecting this broth to be spicy and citrusy. This is really cool. This is a drink they have here. They have a soda mixed with fruit juice. I'm really actually excited about this. But check out all the spice they gave me. This thing right here contains scallions, garlic, and spicy radishes. And here we have, you know, my love, the hot oil, sesame oil, spice, soy sauce. And what they also did was they grounded fresh sesame seeds and they mixed that with sesame paste. And here is the traditional ponzu sauce, which is like a citrusy soy sauce. And the rice they give me has 3 different types of rice in here. For the vegetables, it's pretty typical. Got a couple of things in here I really don't like, broccoli and taro, but you know, I'll survive. First thing I'm gonna do is put in some slices of beef. And kale, this is the first time I'm gonna be trying kale in a hot pot or shabu shabu environment. This is really weird, never had this before inside a hot pot. Corn's always good. Mushrooms. Ooh, yeah. Udon, that's always nice. You know what, I'm just gonna dump this whole thing in there. As you guys know, I am a dumper. Wow, this is really good. This is like a mojito of sorts. Typically for a Chinese hot pot, I'm the sauce master. I know exactly what I need. I know the portions to make it taste good. Here, I'm not so sure. So I'm kind of inclined to try the sauces on its own and then maybe mix and match. But I think for my ponzu, it looks a little too one-dimensional. So I am gonna add some garlic and spicy radishes. You can't go wrong with scallions ever. So let's give that a try. Oh wow, that's really citrusy. This is my top blade tendon cuts. Let's try this inside the sesame paste. Wow, they're really good. For me, a good hot pot or shabu shabu, whatever you want to call it, it's really in the soup base and also the ingredients they give you to dip it in. And that's obvious because those are the only 2 things that really adds flavor to your ingredients. But here, I can really taste the marinade inside the beef. And this sauce is spectacular. I need to know how to make this for a Chinese hot pot because this is really, really good. It's got spice in there. I can taste the soy sauce, and the sesame paste is really, really good quality. Here's a piece of the fatty beef. Let's try that. The meat quality is awesome. The soup really puts a lot of citrusy flavor into the meat, which is really good. In Chinese hot pot, there's not a lot of soup base that has more of a citrusy taste. It's usually plain or just plain spicy. So let's try the kale, which again, it's the first time I'm having kale with my hot pot. the soup base really has a kick to it. Okay, let's try a piece of the beef in my ponzu sauce. I don't typically eat ponzu sauce. I never consider that much of an option inside a hot pot. But this is really good. The biggest flavors that's coming across from my hot pot is a lot of citrus, a lot of spice. But the spice isn't one-dimensional spice. You know how you go to a Chinese hot pot and you order spicy hot pot and it's just like, the hot pot is literally trying to kill you with spice. But here, it's spicy, but also it's citrusy, it's sour, it's nice, it's very flavorful. And you know what else I noticed? You really do need rice if you're gonna use hot pot like this, because the meat's marinated and the sauce they give you, they add even more flavor. And I think just eating these alone might be a little too much, and it actually goes really well with a bowl of rice. And I'll tell you guys another reason I never had shabu shabu before. It's because for Korean barbecues and hot pots, my typical philosophy is I only go to all-you-can-eat places, because I eat a lot, and I can eat like, you know, 4, 5, 6 plates of meat, and it's just not worth it for me to go to places where I have to pay for the meats individually. But I gotta say, I'm gonna try some udon here. I gotta say the quality of the meat and the ingredients, you can really taste that, and that's something that you can tell at all you can eat hot pot places, you know, Chinese hot pot places. The meat quality isn't the best. Piece of broccoli. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that back into the hot pot. Just let that boil until it dies and there's no more broccoli left on this earth. I just went ahead and ordered more meat because typically I eat like, you know, 20 pounds of meat. Here's the thing, I still wish somebody would come up with a all-you-can-eat shabu shabu place. That would make me really happy. But I gotta say, shabu shabu, the taste is really there. This is really legit. And I'm thinking that shabu shabu is way more healthy. I feel there's a much bigger emphasis on vegetables because meat-wise, there's only like a few different cuts of beef and some seafood. If you go to a Chinese hot pot, obviously, there's like 20 billion types of meat. You have like 20 different types of fish balls alone. I feel like here, there's a lot more emphasis on vegetables. There's kale, the rice is all like, you know, healthy with the black rice and the brown rice mixed in with the white. You know what that means? I can eat more here and not have to feel so bad. For example, I just ordered a meal for 2, but since it's so healthy, it's really like I just ordered a meal for 1. Here's what my meal for 2 hot pot looks like. It's basically overflowing with all the stuff I shoved inside. Again, I'm a dumper, so everything's in here. And they're gonna do something really cool with the soup after I'm done eating too. I'm really excited about that. Right now I'm feeling the hot pot effect. That means I'm sweating, my nose is running from the spice. And this is what you want out of hot pot, right here. So now they're taking the leftover soup and they're gonna make me rice with squid ink porridge.
So there's some carrots, diced carrots, a little bit of onion, and then I'm gonna add green onion and sesame oil.
So squid ink.
Yeah, and squid ink.
Does squid ink even have flavor?
It has a little bit of flavor. It's like a little tiny bit spicy.
Today I ate 2 people's servings of shabu shabu. I feel like I need to go to sleep right away. And but there's still something I need to eat. This is the squid ink rice with my with whatever is left over inside my soup in the hot pot. So this infused all the stuff that I've been eating all day, because you gotta have the soup at the end of hot pot because that's when all the flavor is in the soup. It tastes the best. So that's all in here with some squid ink. So let's give this a try. This is really interesting. So they put some carrots in here, so this is kind of sweet. Of course, right now it's at a very thick congee porridge-like state. And typically, I don't really like salty porridge or congee because I'm from northern China. We typically eat sweet congee. So yeah, this is a little weird to me, but the taste is pretty good. I think most people would actually really like this. The biggest differences I see between shabu shabu and regular Chinese hot pot is 1, the soup base is different. 2, the sauces are definitely different. I think the ingredients in shabu shabu is higher quality. I feel like there's a more emphasis on the natural flavors, and I feel like there's a lot more emphasis on non-meat items. I think the soup base in particular, like the Chinese soup base, a lot of it is pretty typical throughout any place you go to. So you typically get like a non-spicy and a spicy side when you go to Chinese hot pot. And the flavors, you know, some of them might not taste that good, some of them might taste okay, but the flavor profile is about the same across the board. I feel like shabu shabu soup base, they put a lot more emphasis on all the ingredients that goes inside. At least this place does. And I definitely do feel like shabu shabu is a lot healthier. I feel like there's less oil, there's less grease. If I eat this much food at a regular Chinese hot pot, I'm dying. I'm rushing home to crash into a food coma, which I still want to do right now, but I definitely don't feel like what I ate was as heavy as a regular Chinese hot pot place. I feel like this place is really good. I have all their information in the description box below. And, you know, I definitely didn't realize how big one portion was, so maybe getting 2 people's portion wasn't the best idea. It looked pretty small on the plate, but with anything, you know, once it goes into your stomach, it expands, and I think all that udon really killed me. I'm gonna go back to my hotel, and I think I'm gonna sleep for the rest of the day. But like I said, hot pot, it gives you food, liquid, and sleep. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.